it's a sunny Thursday compared to yesterday. Now, since it's Red Dwarf, since Red Dwarf is 30 years old, 30th anniversary, I thought I'd do a bit of a Red Dwarf video today and the various props and things I've made and collected over the years, and little bits and pieces. Now, I'm known for being a Doctor Who fan, but I'd say more of a Red Dwarf fan, because when I was growing up, Doctor Who wasn't on the TV, but Red Dwarf was, and Red Dwarf was the thing we always spoke about at school the next day. If we watched, did you see Red Dwarf? Did you watch it? What do you think? So we always spoke about it, and it was kind of our thing. And I contribute Red Dwarf to being now for me into props and models and enjoy making them, because Red Dwarf was very model and prop orientated, the likes of Mike Tucker and people like that working for them. So I just thought I'd show you a few bits and pieces. Let's crack on. By the way, if you can hear sound in the background, it's me watching Sword and the Sorcerer riff tracks. If you have never watched riff tracks before, watch them. They're hilarious. Okay, so what have we got here? I'll start with this piece here. Now this is the Steelbook Blu-ray of Red Dwarf 11. Now what happened with this was, when they first released it, there was a mistake. They on the card slider that comes with it, they mistakenly printed what they were considering to be the titles for Red Dwarf 12, the titles for Red Dwarf 12, and they printed them on the back in error. I mean, some of these did get used for now that we know, we did get used for season 12, but some of them didn't. So it's a little bit of a rarity now, and a little bit of a joke now, sort of thing. It's just a nice little thing having of steelbooks are always lovely. It was quickly withdrawn, I think, and I just happened to be lucky. It happened to be in HMV one day, and there it was, so I nabbed it. Now this piece here is, I believe, as the Prop Store of London certificate states, is a cargo bay miniature. Now I think it's from Series 8, when Starbug crashes into, as it's condensing in size, Starbug crashes into the cargo bay and the cargo bay explodes. I believe it's from that. It doesn't actually say what series, but that's what I think it is. Yeah. So it's got little tags, RD number there, for the Prop Store from London always have those things. But what I did was, Chris and Craig Barry were going to be at a convention, were at a convention rather, near me locally. So I took it along and I asked them to sign it for me. So yeah, Craig actually recognised it. He knew it was a part of Red Dwarf for one of the big miniatures. There is pictures floating around of this huge miniature of the cargo bay that the model builders built. And I'm assuming this is going to be that's part of it. That looks like a little bazookoid. But yeah, that's another piece. Now this piece here is something I made myself. It was a bit of a little obsession of mine. It's very dilapidated now because I need to refurbish it, because it's been to a few conventions with me. But this is from, I'm trying to think. It's being used. It was called the Ore Pod. Now I'm assuming because Red Dwarf was a mining ship, they'd send these pods off to an asteroid, collect whatever, then send the pod back to Red Dwarf and then mine them on the ship. But obviously the crew weren't mining anything anymore, so they used it as an escape pod. And I think you see it, I think maybe in series 5, and then again in series 7. Series 5 is, I'm sure it's when Rimmer goes back to the ship after contracting the holovirus, and this is the pod he goes back in. And in that series it has the little rocket boosters on the back, which I have here, which you need to go back on, and obviously that goes onto there. I also have it lit, it can light up like it does in the series as well. But then in series 7, Abel, Crichton's brother if you like, uses it, and he launches the pod from Starbug and fires the Nega drive the similar shape. And it looks slightly different. It doesn't have the boosters attached to the back because they crash it into the moon. So you know, obviously they took all these bits off because they just dropped to bits. So that's one thing. It's been to a few conventions as well. Norman Lovett had it on his table at a convention once. And now here is a collection of light bees I've made. Now you've seen these before in a video that I did recently. That's a work in progress one. That's nearly finished. That one is finished. That's the earlier light bee. This one is my personal one that I made for myself. Again, looking a bit rough, but it sort of adds to it really. This one actually lights up. Well, I say light up. It might not now because it's been like this for quite a while. Let's see. Oh yes, there we go. Basically, the lights chase around the centre, and I think it's like this in series 6. I think Lister catches it. I think it might be Sirens. I can't remember. I think Lister catches it, and you can see it flashing. Like I said, there was a few light bee props made for the series. Some was meant to be seen close up, some weren't. See, there we go. The light's failing a bit now with the edge. Again, that's been to a few conventions with me as well. It's I made that some years ago now, and the LEDs were done by a friend. I'll not name him in case he doesn't want to be named, but he fitted the LEDs for me because it's quite a tight squeeze in there. Very tight indeed. But and that's a bigger version. So and the light bees were quite small, so I don't know how they did in the show. What else do we have? Well, the main thing that these things are resting on really. These are a couple of shirts I made. They are the military surplus shirts, I believe. I'm not entirely sure what military, probably it's German. I decided to, because I was going to this convention where Craig and Chris were, and I was making for the first time, I thought I'm going to make some shirts. And I made this lighter green one first with the Series 8 patch, and it's got an earlier patch there. I just thought I put the second technician patch on because I thought, well, Lister would steal Rimmer's shirts and things like that, so I thought, yeah, that's going to be a Lister shirt. And then I made this one because I went and sort of a bit of a cosplay to make Craig. I wore the London Jet shirt and this on the back, and he noticed straight away when I saw him. Red Dwarf there, sprayed on fabric spray paint. Red Dwarf, the earlier one, Lister, and third technician patch. And Craig, I met Craig, and Craig Charles was absolutely lovely. It was weird. The story was, you know how Rimmer was Rimmer's character was very, very tight and stingy with money. Well, they were sitting together at this convention, and I didn't have anything smaller than a £20 note, I think, and I gave it Craig for the autographs that I was paying for, and he didn't have any change, and he leaned over to Craig and says, leaned over to Chris, said, "Chris, excuse me, do you have a £5 note?" I just thought it was one of those funny little things that happens at conventions at times. It's Rimmer, it's Lister leaning over to Rimmer and saying, "Excuse me, have you got a £5 note?" But yeah, so that's pretty much it really. I plan to make more, as you always do when you're a model builder, but plans are always in fluctuation and in flux, and you never know what you're going to start and what you're going to make. An idea pops into your head. It's one of those things. It's the curse of a proper model builder, hobby builder. But it's, you know, if you'd like to see more things that I've got in my collection room at the time, you know, just let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know what you'd like to see me do. Like I said, we have various videos planned. We have the Harry Potter studio tour next month. We plan to go to little conventions. I'm actually meeting a friend today who's planning a local convention. He wants to pick me brains for ideas. So if you'd you know, if you want to see certain things, I'd just like to see daily life, just let me know in the comments, you know, down below. Let me know, and subscribe and like, and you know, message me if you want to. That's great, no problem at all. So I'll see you in the next video. I shall join onto this one later today, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Hey guys, I had an accident today while doing something with the model. I badly cut my finger, sliced the top of it off. The perils. Took a while to stop the bleeding, but eventually did. Sorry for gruesome details. So I've got very nicely plastered and bandaged up. I'm a bit funny with things like that. I badly hurt my hand when I was a kid at school, and so I'm not great with things like that one, especially with catching my fingers. But anyway, other news aside, I met a couple of friends today for the local town I live. They have a yearly event. Check it out, it's called Horton Feast, and to add a new element to the proceedings of the celebration. So yeah, might have more news of that on you as the weeks go on. Exciting developments, yeah, should be really good. Sorry for the shortness of this video today as well. I'm hoping to do a bit more. Look, maybe going to a convention on Saturday, or maybe Sunday. We'll see. See how I feel. Still feel a bit under the weather as well. But I also have to go and pick up some medication for one of my dogs on Saturday. As some of the tests came back for her skin, because she had a few, but you may remember she went in for like a skin test. The results came today, and it's nothing serious. It's nothing to do with any mites or fleas or anything. It's just bacterial, really. So try a course of antibiotics and then go from there. There is some other test results to come in, which I don't know what those are, but they'll come in and we'll find out. So hopefully just another course of antibiotics will get rid of this skin thing from reoccurring. Fingers crossed. Well, I'll try not to cross that one too much. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And I don't think there's anything else really major to tell you today. Picking up Paula from work tomorrow. Great. So we'll have our usual wander around the Disney store and take a Max and see how that goes. So bye for now, ladies and gents. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.